Uh-oh. Is that him? Is that the one and only?
My God,
Hey,
my
let's
God, my
go.
God.
Let's go. For those that don't know, for those that need reminding, we are joined right now by Steelers alum, West Virginia Mountaineer, almost heaven, and more
Almost had
importantly, my locker mate, Mr. Terence Garvin. What it
salute,
do? What it do,
salute,
man? How you feeling out
salute.
here, baby?
I'm feeling good. I was just talking the other day. I was telling a story. I was talking. I don't know who I was talking to, and I was like, "It's crazy," because we was at the camp. To the people, we was at the camp,
Uh-huh.
and Mr. Moats is the energy guy. Like, just the energy is sky high.
Yo, you
Like
gotta chill.
it's work to have energy that sky high. Like that's a skill. You know how they say listening is a skill? Like it's a skill to
Having
have
energy like that is a skill.
sky high. So I was telling the story and I came back to this. I was like, I remember it's crazy. Like I remember the couple dark days and I'm like,
Hey,
it's
yo.
crazy how I had to go to it. I'm like, it's crazy how that energy could just shift, like like just
Yo. I'm cheesy because anytime you start talking like this, I'm like, I know exactly what you said because you seen them days I came with that hoodie on. You know what time it
with
was.
the hoodie on.
We've come a long way.
Like,
We've come a long way.
This Moats is a beautiful thing to see. Like I was looking at you in the camp in admiration because I feel like I seen the come up.
Hey, it was generations out there, man. He's talking about the Steelers youth football camp that we had worked. Me, him, Vince Williams. We had generations out there, man. We had my son, Vince's kids out there, man. It was dope, man.
Yeah.
Tyson's son was out there. No, it was a vibe, bro. It definitely was.
Shout out the baby Honey Badger. You know who you are. It was a guy out there as a little star. Little 10-year-old. He toe tapped. He did the AB on the sideline. I seen enough. Shout out my little Honey Badger home.
No, I love it, man. I love it. Hey, but man, training camp is here, and we are getting a ton of action, a ton of reports, but more importantly, we got rotations going on at that inside linebacker spot with your Devin Bush partner them. What's up with that, man? How you feeling about that, baby?
I think that line. What's it looking like in there? How's the linebacker?
Man, so Miles Jack is still that guy, but
we know who our guy is.
But Spillane and Miles, Spillane and Devin, they keep rotating. They keep flipperooski. Yeah. Now the DC Terrell Austin, he did go on record and say that his order is Miles Jack and Devin Bush and then Robert Spillane.
Yeah, no. There's no way that's not the order. It's still business now. Business is business now. Like, come on now. We traded up to go get that.
I know. But
that's a first round linebacker. Don't do that.
But with these rotations, Spillane is being a more productive player right now. That's the other part. And 5-5 hasn't been as productive as Mr. Spillane. I'm just checking with you to see how you feel about this situation.
Wow.
You see how
I knew rotations were happening.
I'm just casually.
I didn't know Spillane was playing better than Bush, though.
I'd say he's more productive. He's been more productive. He's been definitely more productive.
First of all, shout out the top 10 linebacker in the league, Miles Jack. Like, first of all.
Facts.
Yeah, you see, we're not doing any rotations with him.
Yes. It was like the first day, they was like all three rotated, and after that, it was like, get out of here, not happening again.
Did we lose TG?
T. The weird thing is, he's still on the phone, though. Dude, he might have muted us. I don't know. Did you mute us, T? I'm about to call you back.
I said we call him back.
Yeah, I was calling back, because he disappeared right there. That was weird. All right, let's try this again. See, he was about to go on this top 10 rant, and then before you know it, beep. I almost called the dealership. You don't want to call them there.
Please leave your message
he got to be about to. Yeah, he might. All right, he going to call us back.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see what's up. All right, we can call us right back, man. Because that's definitely something going on his end. Oh, yep, here he is right here.
Terence Garvin.
Brother.
T, bro, you just going to hang up on us? That's crazy, man.
Bro, I was in there getting in depth just now. That's crazy.
That's crazy, man. We was over here talking like, yo, man, Devin Bush. You was like, yo, he's the 10th, and then you just disappeared. And we like, yo, he just going to hang up. He got mad about the rotation. I said Spillane was being a little more productive. He just hung up on me. He just banged on me like, dang, bro, what's that about, man?
Man, I think it's good that they rotate.
Yeah.
I think for one, it's giving some depth at the position, in case, because, people get hurt, things happen.
Nah, facts.
So you're getting depth at position, you're getting good competitive reps at the position, and it's the mental aspect. It's knowing that somebody is behind me, and I can't just be in here playing around. I have to take this very serious, because we're seeing what it's like if it's Spillane and Jack,
Right.
And I'm sure he'll keep mixing it up, but it's gonna be Jack and
Did he forget Devin Bush's name?
You said what?
You there?
Oh man,
we lost you.
You lost you again, bro. Where are you at right now, man? What you doing? You alive?
Man, I'm just sitting outside, and it's like
that was crazy. Yo, you was literally, you was just talking. It was perfect, and it was like, yo, is he all right? He ain't say nothing. Then he came back.
Crazy.
You're basically saying it'll be Miles Jack and Devin Bush.
Yeah. I'm going on full-fledged rants too.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm over here like we can't be having this phone while the rant going on. Nah. Right. All right, so let's try this again. So you saying that is all right? Go ahead, continue, because I think we lost you when you was about to say Miles and Devin. Yeah,
it's for Lane. Day one is gonna be Jack and Bush. That's gonna be the first game. That's day one. That's day one. That's what it is.
Okay.
But it's good to have. It's good that Bush has Spillane behind him to give him some pressure,
right?
To make him step up, play better. That's competition brings the best out of people. Also, is good for depth reasons because things happen. People get hurt. Shoelaces come untied in the game. Yeah. Things happen. So it's like you building a 3-man in there, which is even better. And I believe it's another one in there that's doing pretty well that I've been hearing about.
Mark Robinson.
So, so quiet, dark horse. But they're.
Oh, you said that's your dark horse?
You know who my dark horse is. There's another one back in there I hear a lot of really good things about all the time. I had some eyes go down there. One of my inside guys. Had some eyes go down there, and I got some good reports about one of the dark horses. I'm like, I always hear good things about this guy. He can run. He's the T. Garvin of the group.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
He can run. He can hit. He can play.
He the T. Garvin of the group. Yep. Big safety. Okay. Say no more. And he been here too.
So I think it's good that competition is happening. You know what I mean? I think that's always a good thing. I don't think you should don't over analyze it and think Spillane's going to be the starter. Like Bush and Jack will be the day one starters, but it's a matter of how this thing lines all the way up at the end. But day one starters will be Bush and Jack. And, I'm sure they're building chemistry, but it's good.
Now, but how would you feel about that though? Yeah, but how would you feel about that though? Even in terms of it being Devin Bush starting week 1, even if Spillane continues to be more productive in training camp and then has better preseason games as well, you would still roll with Devin solely because of the first round tag on him?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, not to be wrong, but it is what it is. It's business. Like, you traded up and came and got him. You believed him. You told him, you know what I mean? That's the girl in the club you fell in love with. It's like... we got to just see it out. Like, this is the year of do or die. They didn't pick up that last year option. This is what it is. So it's like, it's do or die. Like, you going to do it or you're not. We finding some suitable people who we feel can do it, So if he's not going to get it done, it will be somebody to get it done. And I'm sure they'll go about drafting one next year. But the hope is for him to get it done. They'd love to see him get it done and see the Bush and Jack thing work out and be a nice tandem. That's a very athletic tandem.
No, it definitely is.
I'm hearing that Bush is setting it though, and Jack is the body. Like Jack is the guy that's running in there. He's the guy that's flowing, hitting. I was a little bit. That bothered me a little bit.
But why that bother you though? We said that Devin's been here longer. Devin's supposed to be the guy.
But Devin's a true body. Like, I think that's proof. Like.
He's just a body.
He's a true body. Like, we've proven that. So it's like, I just would love to see him be able to play the body, like be able to run and hit. Like, we didn't ask Lawrence Timmons to set it. Like,
I agree because that slowed him down. I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah, it slows you down. So it's work to set it. Like, I'm not gonna let's not minimize the job that they're asking Devin Bush to do. Like, that is a job. That takes effort. It takes studying. It takes keeping your body. You have to be a pro's pro to set it, run it,
not to
make
mention the conditioning element as well. Because when everybody else is catching their breath, you're the one that's having to do the talking. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. You have to be a pro's pro for that. You know. So, I think I can see Spillane being very good at being the setter. You know what I mean? Being
Absolutely.
the captain of the program. So I'm sure he is. Maybe he probably feels a little bit more comfortable. But this is what we're here for: is to get comfortable, to find the connections and the matches that can work. You know, the brain and the body. That's what I always call it.
Yeah.
How this whole thing can mesh together. But it did surprise me a little bit to hear that Miles Jack isn't the one setting the defense. I thought he was going to be kind of the rip, Liz, the Vince Williams type.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I could dig that.
All right, do you have any takes on this Deontay Holden? We got some receiver contracts that have happened recently with Deebo Samuel, DK Metcalf,
dudes
like $24 million a year. But then we're also seeing, as Deontay's holding in, Pickens is showing out. So what are your takes on this right now? Omar Khan said that he wants Deontay here long term. So, yeah, what do you think the Steelers are going to do here?
I don't want to start no drama with this.
You better do it.
I don't want to start no
You better do it.
Hey, you were the one that told us, like, hey, don't let them see anyone else out there.
Hey, I told him, I gave him the analogy that you told me. You said, all right, now, when that... I say, look, man. I say the Steelers, they the man of the house right now. Deontay been the main thing for a little while. Deontay done said, all right, I'm holding out. I ain't cooking no more. So now it's a little bad little thing that just came in here with the little shorts on, cooking eggs and turkey bacon. I said the turkey bacon is smelling really good. And I think the Steelers are starting to forget about Deontay's omelets and French toast. He ain't trying to hear that right now because Deontay holding in, on that. So we was like, hey, man, the longer that happens and they started to get comfortable with Pickens, it's like, yo, I'm liking it. I was like, I don't know if that's good, though.
This might sound crazy. I think the only thing that hurts him is, like, because I think he's a star. I think I agree. There's a star in there.
I agree.
I think there's a star in there. I'm telling you what I think. I think that's a Martavius, AB.
Listen, he's all of that combined in one. You give me Tay, you give me the AB, you give me Tone. Like, what, bro? The body control, the acceleration, the leapability, the size, the physicality, the block. I'm telling you, bro,
and I think
he's like that right now.
Mentality of, like, just throw it.
A true alpha mentality. Think how AB was, bro. How AB was, I'm always open. If it's two on me, I'm open. He's following me. He better follow me on Twitter. You know what time he on, bro. Like, that's how George look when he out there, bro. Like, man, I ain't tripping on nobody. Yeah.
So with that being the case, I just don't see them trading Deontay. I don't see that. I'm not gonna say that because I was walking around. I'm like, yo, he might get traded.
But what do you do with him, though? I think that's the legit.
I think you keep him. You keep him on. You can't pay him that, but you let him be who he is.
But if he's holding in right now, so you're saying essentially he's gonna give in. The Steelers don't need to pay him. Come week one, he's gonna say F it and show up. Okay.
For sure. Let's see who got the better cards. Like, I just don't think he has no cards to hold in right now. Mm-hmm. I understand it, but the more reps you let them see another person in that position, it's not the person. I don't want you to. They don't replace the person. Yeah. They replace the position.
Yep.
So you got to think. They feel like they got a big body with Claypool. Mm-hmm. You know, they feel like they got a scatty one in there with Calvin. Mm-hmm. You know, so like Deontay is that playmaker. You know, he's that, I can throw you a slant and you can take it. I can throw you a screen and you can take it. I can throw you a deep ball and you'll catch it. Mm-hmm. You know, so if they feel as though they can replace the position, you got a new deep ball / slant guy, then they feel like they'll replace you. You know?
Facts.
Like, even though it could be two people that replace the one position, they still feel as though you're replaced, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So he don't want to show them reps too many times to other people. Like, I seen Calvin get a screen and take it in return, and they made a big deal out of that. That was a lot of like, whoa, what's that? you know? And those are usually the Deontay reps. Those are the Deontay screens and whatnot, you know? So I say like this, one of the receivers is definitely going to be affected by it, you know? I think Deontay gets affected in terms of his pay. I think Claypool gets affected in terms of his targets. But you'll see a different set of rules this year for who's got what, you know? And I also would say the young boy, he liked the block.
Yeah.
So everything I see, it look like he liked the block. That's somebody you keep on the field. You go look at Matt Canada's college tape. He had one receiver out there a lot. You know, with a big package, like a big fullback.
You already know what it is.
You know what I mean? A big running back.
Gonna get you in big body personnel grouping. Yeah.
You know, something like a Connor Hayward at the tight end. You know, you got a nice package there to play action, run a dig, or play action, run a go, or hand the ball off 28 times like they want to do. So it's like, I just don't think they have a lot of leverage in the Deontay camp right now to get the deal done the way they want to. Even though it makes no sense to take a bad deal per se to miss out on 2 or 3.
You can't take the bad deal, bro. You can if you're Deontay, but you're stuck now.
What, 19 million to 22 million is a bad deal?
But who said that that's what they're offering him? Because we said the floor is 20 for him.
I mean,
if they're giving him 20, that's fine.
17 to 20, that's a bad deal?
If he gets 17, that's a bad deal. If he gets 20, that's all right. 20 should be his floor, though.
Deal. But why is that a bad deal, though? For your situation you got, you lock in long term and you're here.
But how do you feel about your situation here? That's the real question. Do you believe in the quarterback going forward? Because that's going to heavily impact you down the line.
I just feel like 17 million, whether it's 17, 16, man, damn it, I don't mean 15. It's better than playing these odds right now.
You know how this game goes, though. Everybody wants that bag, bro. In that sense,
everybody does.
They want the bag. And when you seeing a guy that you know you just as nice as if a dude think about this, you don't think he looks at Terry like that? He look at DK like that. Why wouldn't he?
He not just as nice as nobody.
He's looking at them like that, though. He's gonna be looking at them like that, though. Yeah,
I just sent you the list.
Oh, I'm with you on that. Absolutely, I know this. Yeah,
I don't see it. Only thing I think he's tougher than is the Christian Kirk, but he not like the Terry McLaurins are in his. That's his range. You know, so it's like, but they don't have these type of situations in their field either.
Yeah,
DK could have held out forever. They were gonna pay DK, you know, or he was gonna get his somewhere else. Like you see, AJ Brown was gonna get his. Like, this is a situation where he might need to take, and I can't tell nobody what to do with their money, but that's a lot of money still, you know? And you know how the league go. I'm not being one of them.
No, I'm with you.
No, I'm just saying, that's a lot of money still. Like, in the world, you still getting a nice check, and you're in there. They got to give you that.
Oh, yeah, facts.
So now they got to hit you. Now you're on the politics side. You're on not the D-Light, but you're on the Miles Jack side, or you're on the Devin Bush side where we're cheering for you to get it done. You know, we're going to throw him that screen. You know?
To TG's point, too, because you know I've been talking about absolutely. 17, 18 million, and I think that would be the perfect deal for both Deontay and the Steelers. There's no Ben now, too. With this whole quarterback situation, like it could be almost like with Debo, how he locked in with the 49ers. And now going into the season, they have Trey Lance. So, like, I think 17, 18 wouldn't be that bad to consider. Now, I do understand why Deontay would want more just because of the other receivers and what they're getting because his numbers are very comparable. But you don't know what's going to happen with Mitch. Is Deontay going to be his number one guy? Ben was. For Ben, he was.
You say that's pride to you?
That's pride to me, though, because you just want to say, I'm one of these $20 million guys. And it's like, if 17 gets you in there, but you're still comfortable and you're on the team, you're you know what I mean? You can get on a golf court at Latrobe.
I think
that's all right.
I see how you looking at it. You're looking at it as take a little less. You're comfortable in the situation. You feel stable in the situation.
Yeah,
I get that part. And I'm looking at it from
looking left and right at a DK or a Terry, and they don't have nothing behind them. They're not as deep.
Right, their situation behind them is definitely different, and that is big in terms of why they were able to have the leverage that they did have with this. They didn't have a Chase Claypool opposite them. They don't have a George Pickens coming behind them as well. It's very different in that sense. I just feel like for Deontay, man, you know when it comes time for striking, and hitting for that NFL bag. It doesn't come around often. And when you're in a position where you can get an extra $3 to $5 million potentially on a per year basis, that's something where I'm just like, man, I think you really have to weigh that and see, is my situation and me trusting that we're going to figure this quarterback thing out, if I feel good about that, or am I going to take a little bit, I'm going to maximize how much money I can get, market value, and say, you know what? Whatever happens after that happens, but at least I got the bag that I felt most comfortable with. Kind of like the L. Bell situation when we talk about him leaving Pittsburgh to go to New York to the Jets. It's like, yeah, he left the better situation, but for him, he got the money that he felt comfortable with. So it's like, how do you fault him for choosing that? So in this situation, it's almost like the same thing in a sense.
I feel you. I feel that, and I think in a sense to say that to your only thing. You think maybe Le'Veon stays, maybe that movie's a little bit different as well.
Yeah, true.
I just think it's the same script. I think Le'Veon chose the money. Yeah. And I love Le'Veon. Everybody in the world know I'm one.
No, facts.
Le'Veon, AB, I'm part of the team.
Hey, you ride with them through it all. I'll be over here like, yo, I rock with y'all, but I can't. Yeah, it's like
I got arguments on Instagram.
You one of them dudes. Yes, you one of them dudes. I was over here like, all right, we're gonna see how this thing goes. This is interesting. You was in the fight. You was in the fight with him. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you look over there at the San Fran. I think Debo. I don't think he chose the money. I think he could have kept pushing. He had all the cards in the world, but he was like, all right, let's get this done. I'm coming back in here. Do whatever you want to do. I'm comfortable, though. He's comfortable. For the next couple years, he's comfortable. You're not going nowhere. You know? Nothing like we can get you the ball. We going whatever. You're comfortable. Yeah. I just think Deontay can find himself into a role where he can get comfortable right now to where, yo, throw me the screens. Or hit me still. I'm still in the mix. You know what I mean? He can slow down this momentum a little bit and it's hard to tell him to take some money for less, but in doing that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Now it does, man. But you know how it goes, man. When you ask a dude to take a little less and trust a little more over here, you're comfortable. It's like, whew. Yeah, good luck. Hopefully, I hope it work out for him, whichever way it goes, man. But you see this ending.
It's going to work. Everybody will win in a sense. It's just. Okay. When to how much. That's the whole thing. Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, now, shoot, you're on the name, man. I'm gonna ask you anyways. Dude, have you ever seen the NFL appeal a suspension?
Have I ever heard of appealing in a suspension?
No. Have you ever seen the NFL appeal?
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it got too loud.
That's what it was?
It got too loud.
Okay.
Yeah, it got too loud. I just seen it. I think he had to do that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not sure nothing will change, or maybe they'll add 2 games to it or something. But I think they had to do that. I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying like I know that.
We know it. We said the same thing. I just wanted to know, have you ever? Because I had never. When we first saw this, I was like, yo, I can't remember the NFL ever appealing.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen this before.
I think it's just too loud. Like that. It sounded like the people are upset. It seemed like he got off a little bit, and it's like it's just a bad situation, you know. Because on one side you can say, yeah, he might have got off a little bit because it could have been 20 times worse. On another side, you can say, well, like, yeah, he got off, but technically he's not convicted of anything. Right. You know? Yeah. So it's like it's a weird situation. It's like
super weird.
It's just a lot of noise. It's a lot of noise. It's a lot. I will say this, respect to the Browns. This might sound crazy for sticking with all that drama. Because I know a lot of teams that would be like, this is just a little too much drama right now.
Yeah.
You know? A lot of teams might be like, just we're not going to do camp. We'll figure this out later. A lot of teams might not have dealt with this at all. Or they're definitely sticking with it. Like, they're doing their interview. They're not hiding from it. So, respect.
Nah, you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. But shoot, man, as always, baby, you know this is a blast, man, and we're going to keep doing this thing, hopefully. All right, sound good to you? Sound good to me?
It's always a good time. The Mountaineers is coming quick. Hey, the Mountaineers is on the way. You know I'm talking.
Hey, look. I was talking to another one of your WVU guys, Mike Logan, and he was over there talking that same thing. He said, "Look, man, I just want to let y'all know, WVU, we coming down here. It's our time." I was like, "All right."
The team's way better than people think it is.
That's
what talking about, Pet.
That's what Mike said as well. He was like, "Yo, they sleeping on him." That's what he said. He said they sleeping on him. That's definitely what he said.
We got a quarterback.
Yeah. He was excited about it. I'm just throwing it out there, Deke. I know you on the other end, but this is two dudes now that told me, that WVU got something going on over there.
Things. Yeah. I'm hearing some things. I'm hearing we looking like the old
They said it's looking something special over there. I don't know what's happening in Morgantown, but it could be gas because I'm talking to two Mountaineers, but
I'm saying the same thing.
Every Mountaineer I've run into.
What have I been telling you?
Every Mountaineer I've run into, they've been crazy.
Was in there calling the plays. We on 70 back-to-back weeks. I'm hearing it looking like that.
Yeah.
Okay, here we come.
I'm feeling the same way about Pitt.
We go.
Almost heaven. That's what they say, huh? Hail to Pitt. I see you, Deke. I'm with you. I see. I wanted to include you in there. I'll give you one of them right there. But man, we definitely gonna keep chopping this thing up, baby. So you already know. Yes indeed. So we'll wrap. Appreciate you as always. Lock up, mate. My dog. Let's go, bro. Peace.
Peace, bro.